Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Rain, and today we are talking about the new Season 1 patch for Apex Legends. This does include a Battle Pass, and it costs 950 Apex coins, and during the season you'll be able to earn over 100 unique items throughout the season, and grab everything you can before Season 1 ends. On top of this, they added a new character, a new legend, called Octane. His passive is called Swift Mend, which means that he will be able to heal 1 health every 2 seconds while he's not taking damage, which is pretty neat. His tactical is called Stim, which allows him to move 30% faster for 6 seconds, however it does cost health to use. And while active, Octane is less affected by attacks that cause slowdown, and it has a 2-second recharge. This seems like a risk-reward type of skill, and overall decent but not great. And then his ultimate is a launch pad, which we have seen before in other videos and other leaks, if you want to call them that. And it's essentially a deployable jump pad that catapults players through the air. It takes 90 seconds to recharge. Overall, a decent character, but not great, as I can say the same about a lot of the other characters that are in the game already. He does seem like he's another attacker, and a very aggressive attacker at that. Essentially another Mirage or another Bloodhound to add to the roster. Nothing great or nothing that really helps his team. It's a lot of his attacks really, or a lot, pretty much his whole build is designed around him and how he plays. On top of that, we do have a lot of stability and performance fixes. So now there should be more stability and less disconnects for different configurations, different computer configurations. And we'll just have to see just how good those fixes and stabilities will be in the future. On top of all this, they did add report a player feature for cheating and abuse for both PC and consoles. And I feel this is a really good move that Respawn has done. We really do need a report feature, and now we have one. And on top of that, as of the writing of the patch notes, the author said that they had banned nearly 500,000 accounts by the morning. They did mention that they have seen the speed hacks, they know it exists. And unfortunately, the fix that they had for speed hacks isn't entirely perfect, but they are planning on fixing it and updating the game as soon as they possibly can. So that's pretty much it for that. They added a number of different quality of life improvements, a number of different added settings and dead zones for controllers. They did add a sprint view shake setting under the video tab, so now you can set that to minimal if you're experiencing some sort of motion sickness on default settings. And on top of that, there's a number of different UI fixes and audio fixes from different bugs that don't necessarily affect gameplay, but they could be a bit misleading. They also added a few other options for colorblind players, so now they have a little more flexibility as to how they can see different colors and the way the game looks. And then on top of that, they did change the hitboxes for Gibraltar, Caustic, and Pathfinder to better align with their shapes. So now I assume Pathfinder may be a little more difficult to hit than before. All three should be in general. I still don't see Gibraltar or Caustic really being high tier players or high tier legends, but who knows, maybe this patch will be the one that does it. In regards to weapons, no weapons have been added or removed, and no weapons have been nerfed or buffed. The only thing they've done is fixed a few different shortcuts that were not intended to be in the game in regards to the Peacekeeper, primarily. And then they fixed a few inconsistencies and a few display issues for certain characters and for certain legendary skins. That's pretty neat. I'm glad that they did that. A lot of it, like I said, a lot of this is very much quality of life type of improvements to make the game a lot more fair and a lot more balanced. And I'm very glad to see just how long this list is. It would probably take me like 20 minutes to go through every single point. It probably took me like 5 minutes to read through all of it. And overall, I'm just very pleased with what Respawn has been doing. And I hope that they continue to fix bugs and then change the game in a positive light. I'm glad that they did change the hitboxes for Gibraltar, Caustic, and Pathfinder. I know they don't want to have a uniform hitbox. They want to have these characters to have different shapes and sizes. Only time will tell just how good that actually will be in the future, and whether or not there will be any future patches needed in order to balance the game even more. And that's really it. I know a lot of people want different types of progression, more skins, and more crazy stuff. And I don't doubt that we will see that in the future. But I'm just glad that they took this time to polish the game and to add a lot more polish to make the game run better, the game to perform better, and the game to be a lot more balanced than what it is currently. And so that's it for Season 1 as of right now. What do you guys think? Do you guys like these changes? Do you guys not? What do you think of the new Legend? Do you think he will actually be a really good character, or do you think he will just be somewhere in the middle? Let me know what you guys think, and until next time, I'm Mr. Rain, and thank you for watching. Keep that door closed? Or okay, that's fine.
Hello? Down? He's down? Go pick him up. I'm gonna go after.
Careful.
Will do. Dropping heels.
Bridge, to your right. It's a P20, come on.
Oh, you opened the door on me, you butthead.
I killed him.
No, I know, but you opened the door when he was shooting and it hit me. I was like, I'm saved. That's great. This is great.
Like, ain't gonna kill me. Whoop, wah!
What? What's happened? Dead boy. There we go.